So out onto the street, or
straight on, right at the very end. Okay. We'll make a right at the stop sign right at the end of the parking lot. Try and get you to make as many right-hand turns. Backing up and left-hand turns, we don't want to encourage at this point. But first time there, so the first impressions when you take one of these out, as far as driving is concerned,
probably the quiet. You know, it
pretty deafening.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to get you to drive in this mode, and then what we'll do is we'll introduce you to what they call in the press the one-pedal driving, which means when you accelerate, you do exactly the same as you always do. When you decelerate, take your foot off the gas or the accelerator, and the car will slow down for you, and it will regenerate. It's called regenerative braking, which not only brakes for you using the engine, or in this case the motor, and puts that back into the battery. So if you hit that energy button on the dash there, okay. You'll see a little idea of how the flow of power is going. As you accelerate, you see you're actually using up the battery, so the arrows will go to the motor, and when you decelerate, it'll go from the motor back into the battery. This might be a longer drive than we intended, but nevertheless we'll get through it. So on the left, behind the steering wheel, you'll notice a couple of things.
Okay.
One is the range, which is very important. So when you want to find out how fast you're going, that will come up in the middle, but not nearly as important as kind of what range you've got left in the car. And the range of the car will be determined by how you've driven recently.
Yeah.
So when you plug this car in at night, it'll determine how you've driven recently as to how many kilometers it's going to give you the next day.
So it'll learn how you drive.
Learns how you drive, yeah, exactly.
Then
it'll also take into account the temperature of the batteries. It doesn't like cold weather, so you are going to lose a little bit of range with the cold weather.
Yeah.
However, with as the batteries warm up as you drive along, we did that from Wellington, I think we were on in one of the hotels there. It started off about 251, and we drove all the way here, and we noticed the kilometers went from there to 254.
So as the battery
warms up. Now, if you've got the car plugged in at night, you will be able to not only charge the battery, but you'll also be able to precondition the interior cabin to a temperature that you want to jump into at 7 o'clock in the morning in the middle of February.
So it can hook up to an app so that you can sort of control that from your phone, or?
Yeah, no, you just you control it from the dash.
Okay.
There's a menu option there. You say, I want to leave at 7 o'clock, so I want this car conditioned to be 80 degrees when I get in it, and I want a fully charged car. So you won't have a dead battery when you typically plug in the car at night. So you'll learn how much of what time you have to set that arc to start. So you don't want it to start until the cheap rates kick in after 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
You're not doing anything for supper tonight, are you?